So I want to start out. I want you to picture all of your beautiful, hardworking, loyal employees. They're triumphant. They just completed a huge task, got what you needed on time, under budget. All roses. Now, I want you to picture those same employees costing you $2,000 a year.
Oh, 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 oh,
Ho.
In case you couldn't hear that, that was a Sopranos montage. So I did this presentation last week before I saw the movie, and I was so pumped about it. I was like, I got to do something with the Sopranos. Anyway, after having watched the movie this past weekend, I'm not disappointed, just underwhelmed. Anyway, if you want to talk about it, come see me afterwards. So that is the difference between standard and preferred. So for an employee who has single coverage, if you are in the standard category versus the preferred, they're going to cost you $53 a month. That's $600 a year. They have family coverage. They're going to cost you $179 more a month. That's $2,100 more per year. And I'm going to show you in a few minutes some ways you can avoid that. So this slide is the old rate criteria. It's expiring at the end of this year. We have updated a couple of these items. The 2 years and the late payments are still the same, but I'm going to go over the two changes with you here in a second. And this is the criteria that's effective beginning next year. So this is for the current period that we're in now. And I'll show you what you got to do to get to the preferred category here in a second. So this is the timeline for your unit rate letters. We sent out the new rate sheet for 2022, I think a couple weeks ago. You should have gotten that email. The current wellness period will end on October 31st of this year, so get all your employees screened, let them know they got to get in there. The screenings, we ask that you get those to Jessica before or by November 15th for this screening period. And then we'll send out the unit rate letters letting you know if your unit standard or preferred by around November 18th. We need a few days to process everything, but it'll be around that time frame. And then you will have until December 7th to appeal if you are in the standard category. So if you had an employee who actually left and shouldn't be counted towards your screening percentage, that is that time frame when you need to let Jessica know. Also for the for the retiree percentage. This is what the rate sheet looks like. I know it's kind of hard to read. At the top, you have your active preferred versus your active standard. On the bottom is no dental, and above that is the rates with the dental. Below that are your retiree percentages, your retiree rates. So your non-Medicare retiree rates are going to be on the left there, and your Medicare retirees are on the right. Below that, you have your COBRAs, Cobra disabled, and then at the bottom, you have your Southland rates. All right. So to get into the new rate criteria, first of all, the participation, you still got to have 2 years in the plan as of January 1st. That hasn't changed. If you don't have 2 years, let's make this easy. Bye, Felicia. Sorry. The wellness percentage, this is a new change for this year, for this current screening period. Before, it was 30% or more of your active employees you had to get screened. That has changed now to 80% of your active employees. So the deadline is October 31st. If you're not at 80% now, get your employees in there and get them screened. So if you came a couple years ago, I did this weird memory palace thing, and I told you to picture Ronald Reagan in your oven working out to remember the wellness discount. Anyway, there's Ronald Reagan. Get your employee screened. I don't have anything this year. Sorry. The other change for this year is the retiree percentage. Still, if you offer retiree coverage, you got to have at least 5% of your population that are retirees. Or if you just can't make that 5%, this year we're giving you an option to write into us and certify you have offered coverage to every eligible retiree for this past year. And we ask that you get that to Teresa before December 7th. And she will need a list of all of your employees who retired between November 1st of last year and October 31st of this year. I didn't have anything good for retirees, so I just put this meme in there about my grandma. Some delayed laughter. All right. Everybody's reading. Yeah. Then the last criteria still is the late payments. If you are late getting the premiums to us in 2 or more months within a 2-year time period, you will be standard for the rest of that year as well as the next 2 consecutive plan years. So please get your payments to us on time. If not, this will happen. So TS acts as our collection agent. She's not even in accounting. She just seems to enjoy it. I don't know why. She's a sick individual, I tell you. Okay. Looking forward to it. So. All right, and then real quick, just want to give you a walkthrough of the website. We've revamped it a little, looks a little differently. So when you go to my.lghip.org, this is the screen you'll see. Ask you for your login, your user ID. Once you're logged in, this is the screen that you'll see. It'll tell you your wellness participation for the current year, as well as your rate status, if you're preferred or standard, and that's for the current year as well. I was going to do another Sopranos reference, but the movie just bummed me out. So just please pay us on time. All right. So once you're on the website under Unit Administration, there's a section called Invoices. This is where you're going to go to pull up all of your previous billings. So you can pull up your invoice as well as your billing extract, which has a list of all of the employees who were covered for that month. And the most recent 3 months are right there for your viewing. You can view PDF or Excel. And then below that is a search bar, and you should be able to search going all the way back to when you joined the plan for your previous invoices. The last thing on the website that's really relevant is the called unit reports. This is your unit's wellness participation reports. So it'll show your current year participation as well as your prior year. So that's where you'll go to see which of your employees have been screened and who hasn't. And I think that's all I had. Yep. So if you need anything, just call me. That's it. Thank you.